interested in comic book conservation, please join us on Facebook at the Comic Book Conservation Community, where we have a gathering of experts in the industry, and you can ask all of your questions that you need to know about what you need to do to conserve and preserve these beautiful works of art. Please join Dr. Paul from Liberty Hill Comics, Phantom Phil from Phantom Restorations, and myself, Captain Larry from Flying Owl Comics, every Sunday night on YouTube at 8:35 p.m. Eastern. We talk about everything comic conservation and what's happening in the market. So please come join us. You can find us at Liberty Hill Comics on YouTube and Flying Owl Comics on YouTube. Okay, well, everything is done. All the pages have been folded correctly. We still have these raggedy edges, but some of them are going to fold over. So I'm going to go ahead and put the book back together. We'll take a look, and we're going to put the folds back in the right place, even if they overlap onto other wraps, because really that's the way it came, and the original owner tore the Siamese halves apart. So let's get it assembled, and then we'll take a look at it. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. All of the pages have been, or I should say, all of the wraps have been de-acidified and cleaned, including the cover. Everything's been pressed flat. Everything looks really nice. We got a little bit of the dirt off. Still got that nice creamy tan look. So let's take a look at these wraps. So when they come off the press, they are literally 4 panels wide, and then it's cut in the middle. Well, in this particular case, all of the wraps, guess what? They were split right down the middle. And as you can see here, let me get my fingernails underneath here so I can show you. They match up just fine. So there's a few pieces missing here and there, but for the most part, everything looks correct. So what we're going to do here is we're going to not rejoin the wraps, and we're going to keep that, because this is a printing defect. There shouldn't be any real loss on CGC on the grading. So if I take these two wraps, and I've took the liberty of working on this first wrap here. Now these wraps don't match up in order. However, it's just the way they are printed and cut and assembled. So as you can see here, I can fold this over. I'm going to bring the camera over here so you can see. So right there, I've got everything so it folds over. It pretty much meets up with all of everything where it should be. So we're going to go ahead and reassemble the book, and we're going to fold all the wraps correctly. And then we'll come back here in a minute and I'll show you what it looks like. Well, it's out of the press, so it definitely presents better. Now, I did keep it along the original intended fold. However, when the book was made, it must have gone through the cutting press very funny. So a lot of the pages are still, or I should say the wraps are still miscut. The cover lines up, but I folded these in as best I can. So I am going to send it to CGC. I'm not sure how they're going to grade it. It's probably going to be someplace in the neighborhood. Oh, I don't know. It's hard to say because technically speaking, they shouldn't downgrade for a printing error. However, that's if you left the pages intact. So this will be interesting. We'll go ahead and fold these in, but we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one final cold press, and then we'll get it shipped off, and I'll let you guys know what it looks like when it gets back.
Months later.
Well, the book came back and it really showed well. I was very pleased with the grade. It came back from CGC with a 6.0 universal label. As expected, they did not dock anything for the folds. Now, looking at the before and after, as you can see, it really was not a bad starting project. The cover looked really fantastic. But now that we got a fresh spine roll and at least a little bit of correction, so to speak, it really popped. And I'm really happy with the light cleaning and the colors and how they look afterwards. Looking at the before and after on the back cover, you can see a significant difference. There's still some pages showing which would indicate a spine roll, but this is actually a printing cut error. So we just made it as best that we could do, and it will fit inside a CGC slab. If you liked today's video, please remember, like and subscribe. It really helps the channel and gets more views out there. And it really helps me to get some of these projects out to you and show you how things are done. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.